Well, hello everybody. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I was just getting my kiddies into bed, as I'm sure you all were as well. I'll give it a couple of more minutes to see who else joins on. I'm also going to log on to my other phone here just so I can check if there's any comments. It's really hard to see comments at the same time on the same thing. So right, I've got my phone up there. How's everyone doing? Hope you've all had a fantastic week and are feeling good for it. So well done everyone. I think everyone's done really well this week. Hi Nikki, good to see you joined us in there. It's been really nice to have you all join in this week. It's been a really good week. I love seeing your pictures of your food and reaching out for help. That's what I'm here for, and it's been great. It's always good fun. It's always lovely meeting new people as well. There's always lots of engagement with new people in the group. Some people I've known before, but lots of newcomers as well I've not met before, so it's really nice to get to know everybody and chat and just get a bit of community going really. So I hope you've enjoyed that as well. So we're at the end of the week now, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about how I normally work, because one thing you might be surprised to know is I actually don't give out meal plans normally. I really hate giving out meal plans. So you might wonder why I've done that on this challenge week. Well, it's only a week, and for a challenge I have to give you something to do, something to take part in. But the reason I don't give meal plans on an ongoing basis is because think back to the last time you followed like a plan or a diet, or you ripped something out of a magazine, or you paid for something, whatever it was. I mean, how long did you stay on it? Was it a week? Was it a month? Was it 6 months? I mean, because the thing is, that's the thing with meal plans, isn't it, is you can only follow them for so long before life gets in the way. And okay, you might have done all right this week. Maybe you followed it absolutely to the letter, but at the end of the day, it is just 1 week. And when you really put your mind to it, you've set that, you knew the date, you knew the start date and the finish date, and you had your shopping list, and all you had to do is follow the instructions for 1 week. But if I was to give you, say, 6 months of a meal plan, and we're talking every meal for 6 months, what's the likeliness of you being able to stick to that? It's just not very likely, is it? Because that's not life, you know. Your chances are, you know, it's summer now, maybe you're going on holiday, or maybe you're going away just for a weekend, or you've got some social occasions, perhaps you're being invited out places, and then just stuff that happens on a week-to-week basis. You'll go out for a meal, maybe you'll have some friends over for dinner. Some days are just completely manic with work and family stuff, and that's why a meal plan just doesn't fit into that. That's the difference between a meal plan that you follow and a plan that fits around you. So the way I prefer to work is to actually teach you how to put together your own meal plan, because then if you know how to put together a meal plan, if you can look in the fridge or look in the cupboards and figure out how to put a meal together, because you understand that and you understand what works for your body, then it doesn't matter how long you've got to do it. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter what's going on. You can look in your fridge, you can open your cupboards and go, yeah, I can do this. I've got the tools to do this. I know what's going to make me feel good. I know what's going to give me energy. I know what's going to help me achieve my goal, whether that's weight loss, maintenance, whatever it is at that time, because you know how to do that. And you also know how to deal with those times when it's harder, like when you've got cravings, and when you're extra hungry, or when you're at a social occasion. Maybe it's a birthday party, and normally in the past you'd have just gone, it's a birthday, I'm just gonna eat everything, you know, I'm at a party, you know, all the rules go out the window and whatever. Well, if you know how to eat well and how to choose foods, then you can kind of have the best of both worlds. Because believe it or not, I never turned down some nice chocolate cake, or today for example we had this kind of whipped cream strawberry pudding thing because we have friends over for Sunday lunch, and I never ever miss out on that stuff, because I know how to make those kind of things fit into my life and into my nutrition plan, but stay healthy at the same time. And that's the best, isn't it? It's a win-win. So the difference, let me see. Okay, next, moving on then. On a scale of 1 to 10 then, so let's just looking forward to the next few months. You've done really well this week, you've stuck to your plan, or you've stuck to it for the most part. So, looking back in how you've dealt with diet plans in the past and how long you've managed to stay on them or maintain them, what do you think on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think the likeliness is of you being able to sort of carry on like this, carry on eating well and exercising, not just for the next month or the next few months, for the rest of your life? I want you to be dead honest here, because last time I did this challenge, in fact both the last 2 times, I got such a mix of answers. Some people said absolutely no way, there is no way they're going to be able to do it with extra support. And on the other hand, I've had people say, do you know what? I needed a kickstart, I needed some motivation. And those people, they started with quite a bit of weight to lose, but they're still doing it. I still see them on social media and they tag me and post and they go, yep, another £3 loss, and they're showing pictures of their meals, and they've done it. That's all they needed was a kickstart. And yet other people said to me, absolutely not a chance, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've done it this week because they had me looking over their shoulder, but next week not going to happen unless I'm still there. So what I need you to do is have a little think there. While I go through this presentation, is have a little think to yourself and be really honest with yourself. And there is no right or wrong answer, okay? It's not right or wrong, it's about what's right for you at the end of the day, okay? So going back to things you've tried in the past, there's a reason that you fell off the wagon, okay? And it's not because you're weak, and it's not because you've got no willpower, okay? It's nothing to do with that. You didn't fail the diet. The diet failed you, okay? If you couldn't stick to it, it wasn't right for you. Now, I couldn't tell you why it wasn't right for you. I'd have to have an in-depth discussion with you, and we'd have to have we'd have to look at lots of angles and analyse it all. But it could have been maybe it was just too hard to stick to. Maybe it was really complicated. You didn't have the time for it. It was really awkward and it just didn't fit into your life. Maybe you just didn't enjoy it. Maybe it was full of things that you didn't like the taste of the food. Maybe you don't enjoy cooking. Or maybe you really love cooking and it didn't give you the opportunity to do that and to be creative. Maybe you felt hungry. Or maybe you never got to eat the things you really enjoy and you felt like you were missing out. Or maybe it didn't balance your blood sugar levels and your energy levels enough, so you were always tired, or you were always had really bad sugar cravings or something. There would have been a reason somewhere along the line why you couldn't stick to it, and it probably wasn't because of low motivation or low willpower or being weak-willed. It was probably something to do with what you were trying wasn't right for you, because if what you were doing was right for you, it would have fitted into your life really easily. It would have been pretty much kind of like what you're doing now. So for example, if you always do your food shop on a Sunday morning and you do a roast and then you eat leftovers for a couple of days, then you should be able to carry on doing that, because that's what works for you in your life. If you always get a takeaway on a Friday night, because that's your little ritual you have with your family or your partner, and you get a movie and you get something on Netflix and you like to order from your favourite Indian down the road, that's a really enjoyable part of life. So if you have to stop doing nice things like that, having your little Friday evening ritual of your movie and your takeaway, you're going to be pretty miserable if you're not allowed to do that. And in fact, I remember a while ago, I had one of my members in my membership, my member group on Facebook, just for paying members, said, you know what, I've had a stinking cold all week and all I want is an Indian takeaway. I said, alright then, that's fine. That's fine, that's what we'll do together. You tell me, what sort of thing would you normally order? What do you like? You know, what kind of, how much would you have between you? That kind of thing. And we looked at the menu together and we chose something, and we chose a few things actually, so that in future she had more options to go for. And now every time she wants an Indian takeaway, that's fine, you know. There's nothing wrong with any of these things if you choose the right things in the right amounts and you know how to do that. And then even a takeaway is okay, you know. It's not always the most nutritious food, because just because they tend to use cheap ingredients to keep costs down. But aside from that, a takeaway is absolutely fine, and it doesn't mean that you have to put on weight if you know how to choose wisely. So also the other reason why maybe you didn't stick to things well in the past is because it didn't become a habit, right? So I want you to think, when was the last time you had to think about brushing your teeth? You had to remind yourself to brush your teeth. You didn't, right? My 8-year-old Aurora is pretty much got it now. Often she's a bit of an airhead, my Aurora, bless her, she's blonde, and she forgets a lot of things, so she needs a little bit of reminding sometimes to brush her teeth, but for the most part, it's kind of a default part of the morning routine. She goes into the bath and brushes her teeth. Bella, who's 4, still needs reminding, but occasionally now she will just go off and do it, or she will remember to go and do it. And me, of course, 34 this year, I always brush my teeth. It feels odd if I don't brush my teeth, and it feels very peculiar, actually. You notice it, don't you? You can feel it in your mouth, and you taste it and go, something's not quite right here, and it's because you haven't done something that is so ingrained and so part of your life that it just happens, and to not do it feels weird. And that's what we want to get to with your eating and your food choices and your exercise, okay? We want to get to that point where it just happens, because that's just what you do, you know? You just do get up on a Tuesday morning, half an hour early, and do a workout before you have a shower and get ready for work or the school run, because that's just what happens on a Tuesday, and it doesn't feel weird at all. It just slots into your life because that's the way you do it. And when you can get it like that, when you can turn it into a habit like that, it becomes easy, okay? It becomes easy, because not doing it feels like not brushing your teeth. It feels wrong, right? It really, really does, because that's what it's like. If I don't get my workout in, I really don't feel like myself. You know, it's my sanity, and if I don't get it in, I don't feel right. And it's brilliant when you get it, because it's easy now. I feel better. Everything feels better by doing the healthy stuff than not doing the healthy stuff. So that's the best incentive. Okay, so I've got a little exercise for you now. I'm going to go slowly reading through this, because I want you to take some time and really have a think about this, right? I would like you to have a think about yourself right now, who you are, where you're at in your life, and have a little think, and maybe you might want to write some notes down here, and think about how you feel about your body, how you feel about your life, what your energy levels are like, what your confidence levels are like, how happy are you in your life, how happy are you with your body, are you able to enjoy life in every way that you can, are you able to engage in all the activities that you want to do without getting tired, are you able to wear all the clothes that you want to wear? Whatever you feel like wearing, you can wear it. It fits, it looks great. And when was the last time you enjoyed going clothes shopping? Do you enjoy clothes shopping? Because most women enjoy clothes shopping. Do you know what? I'm one of these weird ones who can't stand clothes shopping. Having said that, the last time I enjoyed clothes shopping was pre-kids, so I think it's probably something more to do with dragging kids around the shops, which is not a pleasant experience. And because Bella isn't at school yet, that generally has to happen, and so I just don't do shopping if possible, and I just go around looking like a scarecrow in old clothes instead. But that's just me. Most women really enjoy shopping and clothes shopping, and especially if you've got a special occasion coming up, maybe going on holiday, you want to get a new swimming costume, you want to get maybe a new evening dress, something like that. Occasionally treat yourself something new. Going to a wedding this summer, going to a christening, want to have a nice dress. Oasis has some nice ones, don't they? Monsoon, do some lovely dresses, you know. It's nice, isn't it? So when was the last time you really enjoyed that? Because one thing I hear a lot is that people who used to like clothes shopping, and then you go to the shops and you're fine and you're loving choosing out all the nice clothes, and then you get to the changing rooms and you have to put it on and get undressed in front of a mirror and see yourself in a mirror. And you can't avoid that. You hate looking in the mirror at the best of times at home. But when you're trying to try on an outfit and you have to see what it looks like, you can't not look in the mirror. So you're forced to face this reflection looking back. And you shouldn't ever feel really bad about your body. But if you are unhappy and feeling unconfident, I'm not fat shaming. I'm not saying it's wrong to be different. So we're all different sizes and shapes, and it's not, you can be healthy and you don't have to be super skinny and super slim. But what is wrong is the way you feel about that. What's wrong is you feeling negative about your body and it affecting your confidence and your self-esteem. That's the bit that's wrong, okay? So if we can have a roundabout way of dealing that and making you feel better in yourself, that's what we want to get to, because it's ultimately, it's not really about the weight loss. It's about how you're going to feel afterwards. Because I can tell you now, and some people know my backstory, some people don't, but just to go over it, I was very ill in my late teens, early 20s with anorexia. And I wasn't overweight to start with. I was bigger than I am now, but I wouldn't have called myself overweight. And I just thought, right, if I just lose 4 kilos or something, I think my goal was, that would be about right. So I lost a couple, and looked great, couple to go, but I wasn't happy. Yeah, I'm talking, I was slim. Yeah, I was slim, still healthy, but slim. But I still wasn't happy. I wanted to be slimmer, so I lost a bit more. But I wasn't happy, so I lost a bit more. So I wasn't happy, so I lost a bit more. And you know what? I wasn't happy when I was 5 stone, okay? Because it wasn't about the weight, okay? It was about how I was feeling in myself. Now, how you feel in yourself, it's not about the weight, but it is about the weight, because what it's about is about taking care of your body. And when you take care of your body, when you take care of your health, and you look after yourself, and you care about yourself and love your body enough to do the things that you need to do to look after your body, you will naturally be a healthy weight, okay? When you eat healthily and nourish your body and walk and get fresh air and exercise, you will be a healthy weight, okay? That just will be a nice little bonus that comes with all of that. But if you try and just focus on the weight, you're aiming for the wrong goal, because the goalpost will move, because it's not about the weight, it's about your feelings. And maybe you can relate to that, maybe you can't. Some of you have had emotional eating before who have yo-yo dieted. Maybe this is partly why you've yo-yo dieted, because you've lost the weight and your mindset hasn't changed, your head hasn't changed, so you've regained and you're still unhappy, so you lose it again, but it hasn't changed, so you regain it again. Do you see where I'm going here? It all starts up here. When you change here, the rest changes naturally. It just happens. But it's not about, it's about caring for yourself enough to do that. So, okay, so now you've had a little bit of think about where you're at now and how you're feeling now. We're going to flip the coin and we're going to look at you in an ideal world 6 months from now. Now, depending on how much weight you need to lose, you may or may not be at the weight you'd want to be at in 6 months. Because if you have a lot to lose, we don't want to crash diet and lose it all super quick, because that's going to be unsustainable. We want to have lifestyle changes that you can maintain for life. So, in 6 months' time, in an ideal world, what would you look like? What would you be wearing? We're talking about what we made June, July, August, November, okay? So maybe coming up to Christmas. Maybe in the run up to Christmas, when you're thinking about buying maybe some Christmas party dresses, and going out for all those social occasions. You might still have a little bit of a tan after your summer holiday if you've been away. Mine tends to last till almost Christmas, my tan, especially if you moisturise. So what do you look like? And what clothes are you wearing? And what are you going to be buying? How are you going to be feeling? What are your energy levels going to be like? Again, you might want to write some of this down. What's your daily routine going to be like? How would you picture your day from the moment you get up in the morning do you prefer to work out in the morning, or can you fit it in the day, depending on your routine? Maybe it's an after school thing, or an evening thing on the way back from work, or as soon as you get home from work before you cook your evening meal. You know, how's your day going to pan out? And how are you going to make that work? You know, are you going to be like me, getting everything? I'm an early morning person, so I like to get my workout gear the night before, and then it's all ready for me. I don't have to think about it in the morning. Where are you going to be doing your shopping? Is it going to be the same supermarket? Will you start doing shopping online to make that easier for you? Maybe you'll subscribe to a vegetable box. We haven't got them for a while, but we used to get Riverford organic ones, and they were great. They were really generous as well for the cost of it. I think they worked out cheaper than getting the non-organic stuff in Tesco, because the boxes, it would say it would serve, I think that we'd get like every other week or something, because the weekly one would say it would serve 4 people for a week, and we found, even with the amount we eat in this house, which is a lot, it would last us a fortnight. So that was a really good one to do. So maybe you start doing something like that. So, and ultimately, how are you going to be feeling in yourself? You know, you're back in that shop, you're back in Monsoon or wherever, and you're buying yourself a new party dress for Christmas because this last year's one doesn't fit, because you've lost a bit of weight and it just doesn't look quite right, you know, and they don't, you know, the slinky dresses, you know, they need to fit properly, don't they? So you're back in that changing rooms, and this time you're trying something on, and how are you feeling this time? What does it look like? How does it make you feel looking slinky in that Christmas dress, you know? And how are your energy levels? How late can you stay up before you start going, oh gosh, not another one, I've got to go to bed now, you know? How are your energy levels? Can you sustain yourself through the party season and not get burnt out? Are you going to get through winter without catching colds, and just generally feeling really, really well in yourself? Feeling like we feel at the height of summer when we've got all that sun and all that vitamin D. Can you keep that going all year round, do you think? Even if you've had some busy days, some late nights, some long dark days, can you keep that feeling of energy up throughout the year if you look after yourself in the right way? Because this is something I'm realising the older I get, and I'm not old, I'll be 34 at the end of this year, but it is something that's dawning on me the older I get, is, yep, I'm not getting any younger, am I? And I look around at my parents getting older, and I only have one grandparent left, and it kind of creeps up on you, doesn't it? And you start thinking, gosh, my children are growing up. Okay, they're only 8 and 4, so they've still got a lot of years of being bouncing around, high energy left in them, and I want to be able to keep up with them, and all the things that I enjoy life now and the things that I want to enjoy with them in the future. I never ever want to be one of those old ladies who says, oh no, I can't do it because of my knees and my back, and oh, no more, let me just have a little sit down and rest, I'm too tired. I don't ever want to have to say that, and I'm sure you feel the same way. You know, you want to be able to just live life to the full in every single way. I went on Facebook Live and spoke about this a bit the other day. Life is short. You know, we've had that horrific bombing going in Manchester this week, and it's scary, isn't it? Life really is short, and we need to grab it with both hands. And if we need to look after ourselves a bit better to be able to do that, I would say that's a fairly good, easy price to pay there. It's not even a price, because trust me, when you start feeling good, you don't want to go back to any other way. It's self-perpetuating. Feeling good is addictive, and it's just great to be able to enjoy life. And let's just keep that going, that feeling going as long as possible, and just be able to live life to the full. So have you got that picture now? Have you got that picture in your mind of where you want to be in 6 months from now in an ideal world? Okay, so I'm going to go back to that question that I asked you earlier. How confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that you can achieve that you can do that you can take everything you've learned from this week, you can take those skills, the meal plan, the recipes, the workouts, I'll keep the this group up running for probably a few weeks until I create the next one. But basically the rest, everything will come down in like the workouts and everything in the group will come down when I shut the group down, whenever that will be. So how confident are you that you can take this away and do all this by yourself? Because ideally I would like you to be saying to me, yes, totally, 100%, 10 out of 10, I can do this, I know I've got it. And I had people in the last challenge say that to me, and they, true to their word, they're stuck to it, they're doing it. Some people said they were pretty confident, they were going to give it their best shot, and some people are doing okay, some people did alright for a while and slipped back. Some people admitted from the outset that there was no chance they were going to do it, or their confidence was pretty low that they were going to be able to do it without some additional help. So again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what's right for you, but I do want you to be honest with yourself. And if you think that it is any less than a 9 or 10, that you can stick to this and you can carry on by yourself, I would like to make you an offer, and I would like to offer you to come and join my community of mums. I have a fantastic bunch of mums who are really great. They're a great bunch, they're really supportive. There's a great community going on in my members group, and I would like you to come and join them and get some of the success that they're getting by having some ongoing support, so that we can really make sure these habits are solid and they're ingrained as much as brushing your teeth are. In my Body Back program, I do give you meal plans, I give you 10 placings, but really ultimately what I do is teach you how to make your own meal plans. Like I was saying before, I want you to be able to go to a restaurant and be able to choose something, to be able to go on holiday, to go out for social occasions, to be able to open the fridge and look in the cupboards when you haven't had time to go shopping and there's barely anything in the house, and still be able to make a sensible decision and put a meal together, or even order takeaway. If you've got those skills and that knowledge and that momentum of how to do that, then you can stay healthy for life. Absolutely for life you can do this, because you know how, and you know what's going to make you feel good, and you know that if you eat meal A, it's not going to keep you full for very long, and you're going to end up wanting something else later, and then the biscuits will come out, and then you'll go, oh well, I've blown it now, so then the chocolates come out. Or you'll go, or I could just tweak it and have maybe meal B, and then I'll be completely satisfied and I'll feel fine, and maybe I'll have a square of dark chocolate as a little after dinner treat or something. But for the most part, you know it's not going to end up in an all evening binge, because you've been able to choose a meal and eat wisely so that you're not hungry anymore. You're just genuinely not hungry, and you don't have fluctuating sugar levels that lead to cravings, and it just makes you feel good. I'm going to give you all your workouts, but more to the point, I will kick you up the backside and make sure you do the workouts. I'm going to give you skills for life, so that even when you're not a body back, when you're no longer a member, you carry on doing all of this stuff because you know how. You can go to the gym, you can look up videos on YouTube, you can get DVDs, you can buy cookbooks, you can Google for recipes, and you know where to get the information, because the information bit is the easy bit, okay? It's the implementation that's difficult. It's integrating all of this stuff into your life. You know, me giving you kind of meal plans and workouts and stuff, that's easy. I can give you that kind of stuff, you know. But you need to learn how to make all of this stuff fit into your life in a way that's manageable, and it makes you able to do it for the rest of your life. And tweak as you go along according to changes in your life as well. Your body will change, your lifestyle will change, and you need to learn how to tweak things, you know, to make things so that they fit better with you, know, because that's the thing, isn't it? No one plan, even if it was right for you right now, it's not going to work forever, because your life's going to change and your body's going to change, and you have to know how to adapt that to keep your body healthy. You can't keep doing the same thing forever, expecting it to work forever if your body's changing. That's not going to work. You're out of sync there. It's not going to happen. But if you know how, then you can do it. I will keep you accountable. I will make sure you do everything that you say you're going to do, and I will keep you on track, because that's the thing, that's the reason I can say I can guarantee to get results, is because I don't just give out a set plan. What we do is we work together and we start with like a template base. We start somewhere and then we see how you're going, and we encounter challenges along the way, and there will be challenges that you can't, there's no way you're going to get through this without finding that things are going wrong, and you messed that up, and you had a bad day that day. But that's life, and what we've got to do is to look back and go, right, what's going wrong here? What do we need to change? Maybe you think you're doing everything right, but you're not losing weight. Or you're doing everything right, but you're really hungry, or you've got cravings, or you can't stop picking at this, or this is a barrier for you, this is a challenge. We make sure that we get you through those rough points and over those hurdles, and then next time you encounter that same hurdle, you know how to deal with it because you've dealt with it before and you've learnt that. So it is part of the process. It's a learning process, and that's why not many people can just take a plan and go and do it by themselves, because they have no idea how to navigate that when life gets a little bit complicated, which inevitably it will do, because that's just life. So I won't let you fall off the wagon, because I've got your back. I'm holding your hand the entire way. Now, my Body Back program is normally £47 per month. There's no contract, so whether you stay 1 month, 6 months, the whole point of the reason I say that is because everybody's different. Some people, like with the challenge, just need a kickstart. They just need somebody to kind of motivate them into doing all of this, and it can be as little as a month or two, and you might go, yep, got it. Maybe you're not at your goal weight yet, but that doesn't matter. If you can get your goal weight by yourself, then that's fine. As long as you know how to get there and you're able to get there and you've got those tools, then that's fine. Other people just like having that security there of just having somebody to turn to, somebody who's there for support when you're having a bad day, just somebody, a trusted advisor, just having that kind of safety net of me being there. And they will stay with me for a year, even though they've reached their goal weight. They're just kind of, it's like this kind of security blanket of just making sure that they're on track and they're there, and that's fine too. So that's why I don't have a contract, because I don't like to pigeonhole people and say, no, you need to do this. I do recommend at least 3 months just to get those habits really ingrained, but it's not a strict thing, it's not a contract. So it's normally £47 per month. But if you saw my emails in the last couple of days, you will have seen I put up a special offer. It is limited, but it is a bit of a bargain. So you might want to listen up to this. We've got 2 options. We've got option number 1 is 60% off for a 6 months upfront payment. So that's, rather than £47 per month for 6 months, it's £109 for an entire 6 months, which is a bit of a bargain, I think you'll agree. Or the next option, which is even bigger offer, is 12 months at 70% off. So that works out at £167 for an entire year. So if you can bet £167, that's 70% off that works out at, compared to £47 per month. I think you'll agree that's a ridiculous offer, but that's what I decided to do. Having said that, there are only 10 spots left at this particular, 10 spots in total I decided to put out at this special offer, because I decided the reason I limit it is for 2 reasons. Firstly, I do like to make sure that all my new members are welcomed into the group properly. We help get you settled in and make sure you know what you're doing and where you're going. And that kind of initial introduction phase is quite crucial for making sure you feel comfortable and can get going properly. So I don't like to have a massive influx all at once. I prefer to kind of stagger intakes. I don't like cut off when people can join, but when I'm doing something like this and I do tend to get more people at once, that's why I try and limit it. So I go, right, I can handle 10, I can do that, I can make sure comfortably support everybody, and then in a few weeks then it'll just trickle from then on. But I don't want to overwhelm myself and not be able to support you the best I can, especially when you're first starting out. So that's why I'm limiting it to 10, and half of them went because of the emails I sent out yesterday and today. So half of the spots are gone, but there are another 5 spaces. So that those, just to recap there, rather than £47 per month, 6 months at 60% off, which is £109 for 6 months, or 70% off for 12 months, and that's £167. Now most people say at least 6 months anyway, so it makes a lot more sense if you were thinking that 6 months support would be beneficial for you, and you were thinking sort of, yeah, 3 to 6 months would be about right. This works out, makes a lot more sense, because 109 is just over 2 months anyway. So if you're going to spend any longer than 2 months, you may as well get one of those two. Plus, both of those, both the 6 months and the 12 months, I'm going to throw in a one-to-one coaching call with you. That'll be on Skype or phone or Facebook Messenger, something like that. Because I know people on here are from all around the country. Now that is something that doesn't normally get offered in the basic Body Back program. That's like another level up, and with the coaching calls, that's actually £150 per month, because we're getting that one-to-one time with me. I'm dedicating my time to you, that extra support, and that's normally £150 per month. So if you compare that, £150 per month or £167 for an entire year, I think, speaking out loud here, I've been a little bit silly, a little bit daft, but I decided I wanted to help 10 more women get their body back and get their body confidence back. And the other reason I'm limiting it to 10 is, or rather, what it's being limited to is either the first 10 to take up the offer, or ending a week today, Sunday, the evening of Sunday, the 4th of June. That will be, so whichever comes first. So if all the spots go by tomorrow morning, that's it, cut. Or if there's still like 1 or 2 left by Sunday, that's fine. Those 1 or 2 spaces are still left until Sunday night. So whichever comes first, 10 gone or Sunday the 4th evening. So I would love to have you on in my program. I would love to help you, and I would love to help you get back feeling like your old self, really. Get back to your old self, get that confidence back, and to be able to get to that point of loving your body where you don't really care about it anymore, because it's just part of your life. You're happy, you eat well naturally because it's part of your life, you exercise because it makes you feel good, you feel confident, you've got energy. I know it's possible because this is how I live. Okay, I was very, very ill, albeit the other direction. I was very, very ill because I was extremely underweight. I was extremely ill, my organs were failing, and I'll be honest, I was in a horrible, horrible place. Okay, but I know from having spoken to hundreds and hundreds of women who were battling with their weight, albeit being overweight, that those feelings of that frustration and hating yourself and wanting to change and kind of logically knowing what to do but just can't make yourself do it, and you're stuck in this cycle. I understand that because I was in that cycle and I was so stuck that the medical establishment forced me into treatment to get me out of it, okay? That's how stuck I was. I could not get myself out of it. So what I want to be able to do is to help you get unstuck and get yourself feeling absolutely amazing. It is possible and you deserve it, okay? So I'm going to get off this live stream now. If you've got any questions, I will leave this up. It's quite hard for me to type away and answer questions while I'm talking, so I will get off the live stream. I will leave this up and keep checking for a little while longer, up until, oh, it's 20 to 9 now, so I will keep checking questions until 9 o'clock if you've got any questions below. Now, because I randomly decided to make these offers myself, I haven't actually got round to getting my tech team to do all the technically buttony bits that I can't stand doing to do with websites. So, but I do know how to set up a membership manually myself. So if you would like one of those 10 slots, either the 6 months at 60% off or 12 months at 70% off, either comment below or send me a private message, or my page a private message. Actually, send me, if you're friends with me on Facebook, which I think most people are here in this group, send me a private message, because I see it quicker than if you send the page a message. I don't know why. Stupid Facebook doesn't always tell me. And or email me, polly@thefitmumformula.com, polly@thefitmumformula.com. Drop me a line and I can tell you, I can give you instructions and I can set you up all manually. That's not a problem. I said that's how you do it, but I don't know how quickly those other 5 are gonna go. I said 5 went in a weekend, so I honestly couldn't tell you. Not psychic there, but if you were gonna do it, don't think to yourself, yep, I'll do it next weekend, because they might have gone then. If you want to do it sooner. If you've got questions and you're not sure if it's right for you, again, get in contact. Send me a message or drop me a line, drop me an email, polly@thefitmumformula.com, and ask me questions. You know, is it this? Is it that? Can we have a little chat on the phone? Can we have a chat on Skype about it? And I just want to check whether this is or isn't right for me. Got some questions? That's fine. That's cool, and we'll chat, because I don't want you signing up for anything that isn't right for you. It's not right for everyone. So if you've got any doubts, just ask me, or we can have a little chat or something. That's not a problem at all. So, it's been a great fun week. It's been wonderful having you in the group. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you felt the benefits of it. I'm really looking forward to hearing how everybody's got on and the results you've got and how you found it, how you've been feeling. So yeah, do let me know over the next couple of days. I will be reaching out to everyone and getting some feedback from all of you. But in the meantime, as I said, 15 minutes now. I'll stay on answering any questions if anyone's got any. Also, if you joined late or missed the start of this, I will be sending out this video in an email. I think it's Tuesday morning. I'll send it out in an email, so get to watch the replay. And we have a little recap then, and I will be in touch with everyone anyway in the next few days, just to see how everyone is getting on. But for now, I'm going to jump off. I'll answer any questions, and I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I hope to see some of you in my body back program. Night everyone.